Welcome to our Preparing for Your Interview Education module with AdventureEXP. We're so glad you're here. Today, we're going to talk about how to prepare for your interview because interviewing is a part of life and it's always better to interview than not because maybe you learn something new. Maybe you learn that it's not the best position for you. Giving yourself the opportunity to interview allows you to make those better decisions towards what you want to do in the future. And also, the more you do it, the more you'll know how to speak comfortably during interviews, how interviews operate. So, the more experience, the better. Now, we're going to talk about starting off with research. When you know that you have a job interview coming up, you're going to dive into Googling the company you're interviewing for, as well as the interview or person. Bonus points, search for the interviewer on LinkedIn because they can see that you viewed their profile and that just puts a little nugget in their brain that hey, this person is doing research on me and what I do and the company. Now, the more you know about a company demonstrates your genuine interest in joining their company. You can also follow their organization on various social media sites to check to see what's new and what's going on with the company. And you're going to want to read the job description again to prepare for the interview to know why you're interested in this position with this specific company. Knowing why is really important. Usually you get asked that. And you can always work with us at Adventure EXP to help you navigate this process now, and then in the future, you can always come back to this education module. Now, we recommend doing a mock interview. A mock interview is practicing interviewing with somebody in your support system. Grab your friend, your family member, somebody you're comfortable with, and have them ask you questions so you can think about how you would answer those questions. You're going to want to always be honest and open with your answers. Making eye contact is very, very important. And remember to always show why you should be considered for the best candidate for the job, what qualities you bring to the table that are important for that position that would benefit that business. Now, some popular questions that get answered are here. Tell us about yourself. What are your strengths and weaknesses? What about this position interests you? What would your boss and colleagues say about you? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Why should we hire you? And tell me about a challenge or conflict you faced at work and how you dealt with it. You're going to want to think about the answers to those questions because those are very, very popular interview questions. And remember, you're going to want to tailor it to that specific job. If that specific job wants you to do a specific task and you want to talk about why that task interests you, for example, dive into that and really utilize the job description to help you answer these questions. With virtual interviews, since the world's becoming more remote, join the meeting link a few minutes before to wait for the interviewer. They can see that you're there, they can see that you're ready, and you're ready to start the interview, and that looks amazing. Be mindful of your background. Don't be in a loud area with people walking back and forth in your background. Be in a quiet room, simple background, so you can really focus and devote your attention to what is going on in the interview. Keep in mind you're going to want to dress to impress. It's always better to be overdressed than underdressed. And usually in virtual interviews, they can only see your top and your face. So keep that in mind when dressing. Now, preparing questions is really important because an interview is a two-way street. The business is interviewing you just as much as you're interviewing them and making sure that you're asking questions that gather the information you need to make the best decision for you in the future. So if you do get offered the job, this was the job for me or this wasn't the job opportunity for me based on the questions you asked and understanding what you need to help you make the best decision. Some examples of questions to ask are you wondering something specific in the job description that was written that is confusing to you or you need more clarity? Do you want to know what a normal day is on the job? Ask that question. I encourage you to embrace the curiosity because when you embrace curiosity, you start understanding where the gaps of not knowing what the position entails. For example, if you're looking for training information and it is not on the job description, that's a great question you can ask. Hi, what's the training like and onboarding? And is it group? Is it just solo? How long is it? Is it short? Is it over a couple weeks? You can ask those identifying questions to help you understand and prepare. Remember the details. Be comfortable talking through what's listed on your resume because you lived your resume. So, understanding how to talk about your resume and what to say about it per that position that's relevant for the position you're applying for is a great skill. Be prepared to take notes. Maybe you want to write down the answers that they answered about your questions. Maybe they said something that you want to remember. Have an ability to take notes with a pen, paper, notepad, something like that. And a smile goes a long way. Remember to join the Zoom link 1 or 2 minutes early and be ready on time. And if you're doing a virtual interview, make sure you're in a quiet environment and always test your video and audio quality. Dress the part. It does not have to be expensive or extravagant. Here's some simple examples of how to dress for an interview: a nice collared shirt, blazers, simple tops, all look wonderful. End positively. At the end of the interview is your chance to put on a smile and thank the interviewer for spending time with you today. Don't expect a job offer right away because AdventureEXP gives them roughly 48 hours to decide if they want to bring you on their team or not. And if you do get a job offer during the interview with us at AdventureEXP, say thanks so much for the opportunity. I want to think about it and talk with AdventureEXP, and then we'll get back to you. If you're looking at this education module after your program, say thank you so much and be in touch and be positive no matter what happens. If they give you an offer, if they say they want to decide, just be positive and end it on a good note. Now, if you're nervous about preparing for an interview, we get it. It means you care and you want to care about what's going to happen in your position and your interests. To do well, you need to prepare and prepare well. And hopefully some of these tips have helped you think about what ways you could prepare that would make you feel more comfortable and confident going into your interview. Never forget that interviewing is a two-way street. So interview the employer just like you're being interviewed. Make sure that you are getting the best position for you, for your career goals, your budget goals, your life goals. Think about what is the best opportunity for you. And good luck on your next interview. Thanks for coming to our education module for preparing for your interview.